Buzzer TV presents vintage game shows on Amazon.
Call the threes, call the jacks, win the loot, and pay the tax on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hello there, welcome to Card Sharks. Nice to have you here with us. But that's it. That poem did it. That poem did it. Gene Wood, your poems now, some of your poems have not been too good, but really others have been awful. That was the word. We're going to make an announcement about the poems a little bit later in the show, so if you can write any kind of poems, bring along a pencil and paper, please. We're going to need you. We have a game in progress with a couple of nice ladies, so right now we're going to open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Ann, if you will, load in the cards. And as you can see, we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Sheila Lyons, our champion. Hi, Sheila.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you very much.
How much money have you won so far?
$4,700.
Oh, you know exactly, huh? And you had a lucky $5 bill with you yesterday. Did you bring anything lucky along today?
No, but I got a lucky thing from my little girl.
Oh, yes? What's
Just
that?
a big kiss, and Mommy win a lot of money.
Oh, okay, that helps.
I think she was coaxed by her dad.
Good to see you back again, Sheila. Our challenger, Myrna Hulk. Hi, Myrna. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
And would you remind us something about yourself?
Well, just that I work as an engineering technician with the city of Chino, and I love it.
What does an engineering technician do with the city of Chino?
You really want to know?
No, I asked for no reason. Of course, yes.
I put out traffic counters, counts the traffic.
Oh, how do you do that?
Well, like you do it one day, like I did. You wear a skirt, and you don't really do that when you put out a traffic counter because you got to go in the middle of the street and pound. Well, they gave me the assignment of standing on the corner of the street to stop traffic.
Ah, they didn't. You were wearing. Yeah, they told me you were wearing a short skirt. And every time you pounded, traffic stopped. Heart started pounding, right?
If you want to call it that.
Nice to see you again, Myrna.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Each player has their own deck of 52 playing cards, shuffled and cut before we go in the air. And the upper cards, the red cards, will be played by the champion, Sheila. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by the challenger. We have a game in progress. Sheila needs 4 cards. Myrna needs 3. And that's the object of the game, to work your way across the board, predicting whether each card is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question based on a poll of 100 people. We play the best 2 out of 3. This is the first game of the match, and as we left off, Sheila, the question goes to you. We asked 100 married women, would you object if your husband wanted to hang a nude picture of you on the bedroom wall? How many women said they would object?
I'd be thrilled if my husband would want to. How many women said they would
How many would
object?
object? Yes.
I think they probably would. I don't think too many would want a nude picture hanging there. I'm going to say 67.
67, but you think it would be a great idea, right? Personally. How about you, Myrna? You think it's a good idea?
Well, if my husband wanted to, it better be of me.
Yeah,
So
true.
I might say a little bit higher.
You say even
But they-
more would object, though.
Right.
If it's higher, Myrna, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Sheila. The actual number of women who would object if their husband wanted to hang a nude picture of them on the bedroom wall is 70. It is higher by just a little. Myrna, we left off with an 8 as your base card, but you won the question, so you have the right to change the base
Oh,
card.
please change.
Here's the next card off the top of your deck. It is a 5. A little better card. Call this one.
I'm going to have to go higher.
Higher than a 5? No, it's a 3. It's not higher, so you lose that card, giving Sheila a chance to play off the 4 and call this.
I'll call it higher.
Higher than a 4. It is a 7. Remember, you can freeze at any time.
I'm in a freeze.
And you'll freeze right there. We move over the freeze bar and fill in the space. And the question goes to you, Myrna. And with each player needing 3 cards, it is sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Control, very important. Myrna, we asked 100 people. Do you think your doctor has ever given you the wrong treatment for an illness? How many people said yes?
I would have have to say about 50 because a lot of people feel that they are going in there for a certain thing and the doctor checks another thing.
So you say 50. Sheila,
Right.
higher or lower?
I agree with what she's saying, only I think it's going to be higher.
Even higher than that? Not a lot of faith in the medical profession here, ladies. The actual number of people who thought their doctor had given them the wrong treatment for an illness is 59. It's higher, Sheila. Now, Sheila, it is sudden death. Listen carefully. You have a 7. You won the question. You have the right to change it. You have 3 cards to turn over. If you make a mistake on any one of them, Myrna wins the game. However, you can force Myrna to play off the 5, which she cannot change, and she would have to turn over 3 cards, or the game is yours. Your decision. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I am going to pass.
You'll pass it. All right, Myrna, you've got to turn all 3 cards over to win. Starting with a 5, call this one.
I'm going to have to go higher.
Higher than a 5. No, right away, it's not higher. Sheila wins the first game of the match and $100. We play the best 2 out of 3. The winner of the match goes on to play the money cards where they can win thousands. We'll get to game 2 right after this. Please watch. Game number 1 to the champion, and now let's load in the cards for the next game with the same 2 decks of cards, and we'll start with a question to you, Sheila. We asked 100 women, have you ever promised to keep a secret, but then immediately told it to someone else? How many women admitted they had?
I think quite a few would. That's kind of unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. And I'm going to say it's going to be a high number, and I'm going to shoot for 74.
74 women have told the secret immediately after saying they wouldn't, Myrna. Higher or lower?
Well, I know how I am, so I'm going to have to go a little bit higher.
No, knowing how you are, you go higher. The actual number of big-mouthed women who admitted they promised to keep a secret, then immediately told it to someone else is 42. It's not higher. Sheila? Oh, yes. Sheila, your base card is a 7. You want it?
No, I want to change it.
And we'll have...
Come on.
An 8. Ooh, not a good change. Got to play that one.
I'm going to go with the crowd and say lower.
Lower, going with the crowd. Lower than an 8, and the crowd is right. It's a 7.
Thank you. I'm going to freeze.
And we'll freeze. Needing 3 cards, you kept Myrna away from her cards. And the question to you, Myrna. We asked 100 new mothers. Now, these are all women who had babies within the last 6 months. Are you breastfeeding your baby? How many new mothers said they were?
Well, if I had a baby, I don't think I would, but...
Why is that funny, Myrna?
I don't know, because I don't have any kids. I'd probably say about 65.
65 are currently breastfeeding. Sheila, higher or lower?
I think it's going to be a little bit higher. They're really into the natural childbirth and all that.
No, the actual number of new mothers who were breastfeeding their babies is 43. It's not higher, Myrna. They were with you after all, Myrna. Your base card is a king.
Oh, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. I'd like to go lower.
Lower than a king. It is a 4, very much lower.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 4. No, it's a 2. You lose both of those cards back to the base card. Sheila, play off the 7 and call this one.
I'm going to call it higher.
Higher than a 7. And it's a 5. It is not higher. You could not advance. Neither player could. Sheila, the question to you. We asked 100 married women. Are you older than your husband? How many married women said yes, they were older than their husband?
No, I think it's going to be a low number. Women are more mature than men, so they're going to marry someone older. So I'm going to say around 22.
22. You married to an older man,
Yes.
Sheila? Yes. How much older?
3 years.
Oh, older man, definitely. Myrna, how about you? You married to
I'm
an
going
older
to
man?
have to go lower because there are a little more.
So you say
Right.
lower. Your husband older?
No, he's... Oh, yes, he is. Excuse me.
Oh. How old is your husband? Quickly, Myrna.
25.
Good.
6.
You see that fella sitting out there in the audience, Myrna? That's your husband now.
He's 26.
So you say he's 26. So you got the giggles now, Myrna, right? You say low.
Okay.
The actual number of married women who said they were older than their husbands is 20. It's lower. Myrna, you got it. Myrna, we're still looking at a king.
I'm going to have to go lower again.
Lower than a king. It is an 8.
I think I'm going to freeze.
And you'll freeze. We have a tie, and again, a difficult position. Each player needing 3 cards, and again, we're at sudden death. Control, very important. Myrna, we asked 100 people, if there were colonies on Mars, would you be willing to move there? How many people said yes, they would be willing to move to Mars?
Well, I wouldn't like to because I like where I live, and there wouldn't be absolutely nothing in Mars. Except for
Gotta watch the neighborhood, right, Myrna?
So I'm going to have to say about 30.
30 would be willing to move to Mars. Sheila, higher or lower?
That is really a tough question. I'm going to say a little bit higher.
Higher. The actual number of people who would be willing to move to Mars is 39. It's higher, Sheila. All right, Sheila, again, you can play that 7 or change it and try to turn over 3 cards, or force Myrna to try to turn off 3 off that 8.
I'm going to pass.
And again, Myrna, the pressure on you, you're looking at an 8. One mistake and you're out of it. You need all 3 to tie up the match. Call this card.
I'm going to have to go higher.
Higher than an 8. No, yes, it is higher. It's a 9. Whoa. You can't breathe. No, you gotta go. It's sudden death.
I'm gonna try higher.
You're gonna go against the odds and go higher. And again, you need this to stay in it. And she's right, it's a king. 1 more to go.
Lower.
If this is lower, we've got a tie match and we'll play a tiebreaker. It is the tie. You did it with 3 cards. Congratulations. We'll set up for the tiebreaker now. Myrna, nicely done there. What prompted you to go against the odds with that 1 card, the 9?
I didn't want to listen to anybody, and I figured I might as well go on my own.
All right, we've got a tie with each player with 1 game and $100. 3 cards up there, 3 questions here, and the question to you, Sheila. We asked 100 married women, did you kiss your husband on your first date? How many women said they did?
I think that's really going to be a high number. I think the majority of people did. I'm going to say 82.
82 kissed their husband on the first date, Myrna.
Well, I kissed my husband on a date before our first date, so I'm going to have to go probably a little bit higher.
Now, wait a minute. You kissed him on the date before your first date?
Yeah.
How did you manage that?
Well, I didn't go out with him. I was just there.
Oh, I see. The actual number of married women who kissed their husbands on their first date is 51. It's not higher, Sheila.
Come on. Give me an 8.
Sheila, you're looking at a jack.
I will play the jack and call the next card lower.
Lower than a jack. It is a 3.
I will play the 3 and call the next card higher.
Higher than a 3. If it's higher, you've won it. If not, Myrna still has a chance. And congratulations. You came through, Sheila. Myrna, thank you for joining us. You're a delight. And you won $100, and you've got some nice party gifts. Thank you, Myrna. Sheila, come on down here. You always cry when you win.
This is getting to be a long walk.
It's a nice walk, though. She'll be walking up to play the money cards right after we take time out for this. Sheila Lyons now with $4,900.
That's incredible.
Let's do a good job now with the money cards.
Yes.
You got to get some good ones.
Face cards this time.
All right, let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on, cards. Come on up here, Sheila. And again, you won $200 in the game. Yours to keep. Got a brand new deck of cards all shuffled and cut. And you're going to play these cards, and this time you're going to bet the money we give you. Starting on the bottom line, $200 and 3 cards to bet with. Move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money. Your decision how you bet them. $50 minimum bets. Until you get to the top card, the big bet, there you must bet at least half the money.
Okay.
Come on, Sheila.
Okay.
$200. And as in the game, a choice of 2 base cards. Yeah, we're all with you on this now, Sheila. Here's your first base card. It is a 4. Pretty good card. What do you want to do?
I'm going to play the 4. I'm going to bet $100 that the next card is higher.
$100.
Yes.
Higher than a 4. It's a 10. We're still looking at those middle cards, but you've got $300.
I'm going to bet $200 the next card is lower.
$200. Lower than a 10. No, it's a jack. It's the first time you've seen a face card and 3 money cards, but at
Really?
the wrong time. You got $100 on the jack, Sheila.
I'm going to bet the 100 that the next card is lower.
All right, we've got 5 cards to go. It can add up. $100 lower than a jack. No, it's a queen. But you've only busted on the one level because you've got that other $200 of betting money with a pretty good card, the queen. There's the $200. Now what do you want to do?
Scares me that all those face cards are there now, but I'm going to bet the $200 that the next card is lower.
All right. Now, if you bust now, it's all over.
Yeah.
But you can double that $200 right now if this is lower than a queen.
Hooray! Let's go!
$500 and $400.
I'm going to bet $350 that the next card is higher.
Really trying to add it up quick. $350 higher than a 5. It's you did it. $750 with a 7.
I am going to bet $50. Oh, this is so tough. I'm going to bet $50 that the next card is higher.
I'd love to see an ace right now.
Come on.
$50 higher than a 7. That's the time to get it. And that moves up for the big bets. You can bet
$800. That next card is lower.
the whole thing. Nothing. Or $1,600 lower than an ace. And she... Way to go, Sheila. You get so nervous when you do
know,
good.
isn't it neat?
That's wonderful, yeah. Come on down here. Now you did a little more inching. You're up to $6,500. We'll need a new challenger right after this. Now let's meet our next challenger on Card Shark. Deal out the cards. Hello, Sandy Miller. Nice to meet you. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
I sure will. My name is Sandy Miller. I'm from Harrodsburg, Kentucky, and I'm just here for the summer, and I love it here.
Well, that's terrific, and I'm glad you come down and joined us. How are the people back in Kentucky?
They're great.
Good.
But-
Nice to have you here. Good luck in the match, Sandy. You'll play the lower cards there, the blue cards, while Sheila, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. Sheila, we took a confidential poll of 100 married women and asked them, since you've been married, have you ever thought even briefly that you had married the wrong man? How many women said they thought they had married the wrong man?
I think in every woman's marriage, somewhere along the line, she maybe had second thoughts. So I'm going to say it's a high number and go with about 72.
72. Think one time or other they might have married the wrong man, Sandy.
No, I think women know when they marry that that's who they want. I'm going to say lower.
You say lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of married women who at some point thought they'd married the wrong man is 45. It's lower. Sandy. And your base card, Sandy, is a queen. You
I'm
want it?
going to keep the queen, and I'm going to say it's going to be lower.
Lower than a queen? Oh, no, an ace right off the bat. You lose that card, and Sheila gets a chance to play a 7. No, she can't change it. You didn't win the question.
I'm going to call it higher.
Higher than a 7. It's a 10.
Alright.
It is higher.
I got a free shot at it. I'm gonna call it lower.
Lower than a 10. It is a 9.
I'll freeze.
Now you'll freeze, and we'll move the freeze bar over and fill in Sandy's car. The question to you, Sandy. We sent our man on the street to President Carter's hometown of Plains, Georgia, where we asked 100 people, have you ever been inside Jimmy Carter's home in Plains? How many people in Plains said that they had?
Well, it's a very small town, so I'm going to say about 50 of them have been in there.
50 of them. Sheila, higher or lower?
It is a small town, and I think he's a very friendly person, and I think most of them have been in there, so I'm going to go higher.
You say higher. The actual number of people in Plains, Georgia, who said they had been inside Jimmy Carter's home is 52. It's higher. Sheila. Sheila, you want that 9?
No.
And the next card is a 5.
I'm going to call the next card higher.
Higher than a 5. It is a 10. 1 to go, or you
I'm
could
gonna
lose
freeze.
7. And you'll freeze, needing just 1 card for the first game in the match. And the next question goes to you, Sheila. But first, we take time out for this commercial message. So Sandy and Sheila will invite you back next time to finish the match, and we'll invite you back to join us when once again we'll be playing Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive Radio Shack's complete home stereo music system featuring realistic brand components, stereo AM, FM receiver, record changer, and speaker system furnished by Radio Shack. And some of our contestants will receive Billy the Kid fashion coordinates for boys of all ages, from toddlers to teens. Billy the Kid's Boys Wear, available in all leading stores. And from Gallery of Homes, a book on home improvements. Gallery of Homes brokers. If you're selling or buying a home, you'll find they do their homework. And long-lasting DuPont Lucite paint, custom blended in a rainbow of more than 1,000 colors for inside or outside your home. Tough sealing Lucite, goes on easy, looks great. And a supply of Yardley Old English lavender soap. Don't just lather up, lavender up with Yardley and give yourself a lavender lift. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson-Bill Todman production.